Hello, all my beautiful flowers, and welcome back to my channel. Flower Fairy here. And in today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to be looking at what is your life purpose? And just a reminder that this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. So to do this reading today, I've laid out 3 separate piles of cards here. Pile number 1, you're going to be this green Aventurine pyramid here. That's what that looks like. Pile number 2, you're going to be this white quartz crystal here. And pile 3, you're going to be this black obsidian crystal here. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's begin. Hi, pile number 1. So you guys chose this green Aventurine pyramid here. And let's start by looking at your oracle. So you received writing, and it says, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Interesting. So I'm seeing here, pile 1, that for some of you out there, your life purpose may involve writing in some way. So maybe you are writing a novel, maybe you are writing textbooks, maybe you are teaching writing in some way, or maybe you write screenplays, or however it resonates here. I just see writing being a part of your life purpose here and what you were put on this earth to do. And with this picture here, we see this angel sort of guiding this person's pen here. So I feel like this purpose is divinely guided. I feel like it's something that Spirit is guiding you and wanting you to do in this lifetime. And I feel like you really inspire people through this writing. So maybe your books really move people and heal people, or maybe, you know, your form of teaching writing really helps people and inspires people. So however it resonates here, I'm getting this strong sense of communication through writing here, through the written word. So really interesting, pile 1. So you also have the freedom card here. So the fair coming through with this message today, pile 1, that whatever you're doing here, it involves a sense of freedom. So maybe for some of you, you are, you know, a freelance writer where you're working for yourself. You have the freedom to sort of make your own schedule and do your own thing. Or maybe for some of you, this is you owning your own business and having the freedom to run things the way you want. Or maybe you work from home and have your own sort of hobbies, or, it can resonate in different ways here. But I see this part of your life purpose is having the freedom to soar, the freedom to do things the way you want them done, to sort of be your own boss here. So, for many of you, I feel like this is some type of self-employment here where you're the boss, you're working for yourself, or maybe you're, this freelance writer or author. however it resonates, but there's definitely freedom involved here in whatever your life purpose is. So really interesting. You also have this childhood card, and it says innocence. Yeah, so the fairy coming through with this message that your life purpose also involves possibly children. So maybe you're writing children's books, or maybe you're teaching children, or, there's this sense of innocence about your work here, about your purpose. So it's going to resonate differently for everybody, but I see for some of you, this is you teaching children, maybe how to write. Maybe you're an English teacher. Maybe you're teaching a writing course. Maybe you're writing children's books, children's novels. Or maybe, there's just a sense of innocence about what you're doing here. So really interesting. So you also have this card here. It says, get more information. And it's funny because, again, we have books here. So you have books all over your cards. So, for some of you, this is, you writing a book, your life purpose being, writing this novel or writing this book. But for some of you, maybe you're just researchers, and you're getting more information and you're compiling information into a book, or a research textbook or something. But there's an idea here about gaining information and using that information to help people, to inspire people. So that is coming through strongly here. And like I said, for some of you, you could also be teachers. Your life purpose could be to teach others. And, in this process, you're gaining more information and you're disseminating that information to others. So really interesting. You also have this card here. It says, anything is possible. Wow. So with this image here of this billboard, this movie theater or theater sign, I feel like for some of you, your life purpose involves fame in some way. So maybe you are this famous author who is well known for your work, is receiving a lot of attention for what you do. Or maybe for some of you, this could resonate as being a screenwriter, or, writing movies or writing plays. But it involves some kind of fame here, I feel like, with this theater sign, and this anything is possible. It's almost like whatever this is you're doing is like impossible for many people. It's a very difficult thing, but you're able to do it, because we have this slogan here, anything is possible. So I really feel like a lot of you are going to gain fame or have gained fame in some way for whatever this is that you're doing. And it could also be that, maybe you're a teacher and you're very well liked in your school, or, it can resonate differently here. But I just get this sense of fame here. And, for some of you, it could even be that your life purpose involves acting in some way. So maybe you're a theater actor, or maybe you're a movie actor. So really interesting energy there. So you also have the Lolita card, and it says, the Red Goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Yeah, so I feel like whatever your life purpose is here, pile one, you're bringing joy to other people. You're bringing laughter to other people. So maybe whatever you're writing here is really bringing light into people's lives. It's bringing joy. It's bringing laughter. Or maybe if you're, this actress, you're bringing laughter to people, or actor. But there's a sense of playfulness, and we saw it before with this innocence card. I feel like whatever you are doing here, there's a sense of playfulness about it, a childlike nature to it, and it really brings joy, it brings energy to other people, and I feel like it inspires people to grow and to change and to learn. So very interesting energy there. So let's take a look at your tarot now to see if we can get some more information here. So you have the Seven of Swords card. And it's interesting, if you can see here, there's books on this table. So again, we have books all over your cards. So with this card, I feel like, again, for a lot of you, this life purpose involves writing in some way, writing a novel, or, maybe you're a newspaper journalist, or, it's going to resonate differently. But with this card, I get the sense that for some of you, this idea of writing or this profession is difficult. It's not something that comes easily, or the decision to actually do it is very hard for you. So maybe you're thinking, well, I really want to be a writer, but am I going to make money this way? Am I going to, is my book going to get published? There's this sense of almost defeat here, feeling like I want to do this, but I don't know if I can do this. But I feel like with this card, Spirit is saying this book or this novel is just waiting for you to write it. It's just waiting to be written here. Because we see this picture of this person, and they're looking through this gate here, and they see these books, but they're not able to get them. So I feel like this is Spirit saying, this book or this novel is just waiting for you to write it. It's just waiting for you to take action towards it. And, for some of you, I feel like it's fear that's sort of stopping you from writing this book or this novel. But Spirit wants you to know that, it's part of your life purpose. It's part of your reason for coming here. So really interesting. You also have the Two of Pentacles. So with this card, the Two of Pentacles is about sort of juggling two things. It's about, maybe for some of you, you have a day job already, but you're thinking about writing something, you're thinking about teaching, however it resonates here. You're sort of juggling those two things right now. You're sort of weighing them. And I feel like, it's interesting because we have this pan of fire here, and then this looks like a piece of cake. So it looks like one of the things that you're juggling is sort of very easy and sweet, and the other one is sort of unsure, sort of difficult, or you're unsure about it. And I feel like, for some of you, this message is just about Spirit urging you to really follow your passion here, really take action towards this dream or this goal of maybe writing something here, communicating or teaching. So very interesting. You also have the Ten of Pentacles here. Wow, and all these fireworks on this card. So again, I get this idea that for some of you, this life purpose involves fame in some way, or people really admiring what you're doing. Because in this card, we see these people here, and they're all watching these beautiful fireworks, and they're sort of in awe of it. They're pointing at them, and they're saying, wow, look at these fireworks. And I feel like that's that's representing you here, these fireworks. I feel like people are just in awe of whatever you're creating here, whatever you're doing. So whether that's, your book becoming published and famous, or whether that's you being this actor or actress and gaining fame, or maybe people just love what you're teaching, love what you're doing. But there's an idea of fame here. And there's also an idea of, abundance with this card. So I feel like whatever this life purpose is, it involves abundance. It involves you feeling materially secure, materially happy. So I feel like it is going to bring you money and bring you resources as well. So really beautiful. So finally, you have the Eight of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about mastering something. It's about being really skilled at whatever you're doing. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're very good at this life purpose, at whatever it is you're guided to do. And I feel like you work very hard at it. You really spend time on it and spend time on your craft. And I feel like, people really admire you for that. And, like with this picture, we see this person lifting these heavy weights. So I feel like, this life purpose, it's not easy for you. It's something that you have to work at, and it's something that you put a lot of effort into. And, for many of you, you might work long hours, or you might, spend a lot of time working on your craft. But I feel like it really pays off here. And, it's something that you're very skilled at. You're very admired for. So really beautiful energy. So I'm just going to roll your rune dice here to get one final message for you here. So let's see. You have this rune right here. And I'm going to read that to you. So let's see. That is, I believe, the Dagaz rune. And it says, change directed by your own will, transformation. Yeah, so I really feel like some of you may decide to sort of transform your life and make a change in terms of your career or your purpose. We saw before the Two of Pentacles, some of you may be juggling two different careers here, or two different options. And you're sort of deciding, well, should I be this writer? Should I, teach? Should I become this actor or actress? And then your day job, what you're doing currently. So there's this idea of change directed by your own will here, and transformation. So it's interesting because Spirit is coming in with this message that, for some of you, you may actually change careers, and you may decide to become this writer, or, this actor, or this teacher, communicator. So really interesting, pile one. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, pile one. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I would love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, have a great day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you guys chose the clear quartz crystal here. And let's start by looking at your oracle. So you received infinite abundance, and it says you're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Wow. Interesting. So I'm getting a few messages from this card here. I feel like for some of you, this life purpose may involve food in some way. And the reason I say that is because we see this angel here holding this huge basket of fruit here, and there's sort of food all around her. So for some of you, this may resonate as being a chef, being a restaurant owner, being somehow involved in the food service industry. But I'm also getting this idea of motherhood here from this card, or, you know, being some sort of homemaker, mother, or homemaker. So it's going to resonate differently for different people here, but I'm definitely getting those two areas as being part of your life purpose. And I also feel with this card that whatever you're doing, you're providing abundance to other people. So, you know, if you're a chef, you're providing sustenance to other people. You know, you're feeding people. And same with if you're a restaurant owner, you know. But if you're a mother, I feel like it's you providing food, providing abundance to your children. So really interesting, pile 2. So you also have this leadership card here. And it's funny because with this card, I feel like with this bear being here, I get this image of like mama bear or papa bear, you know, you being in this leadership position. So for some of you, you know, you may be the chef, you know, the head chef at a restaurant, let's say, or you may be the owner of a restaurant, or this may be just you being a mother or a father. But I see this life purpose involving some sort of leadership position for you here. You sort of running the show and being the boss of others. So really interesting. And I also feel like people really respect you and almost fear you. Because with this polar bear here, you know, there's a lot of power in this position. A lot of, I feel like if others work for you, they might even fear you, or just look up to you really highly, really value your leadership. So very interesting energy there. You also have the fire card with passion. Yeah, so whatever this is that you're doing, pile 2, I feel like you're very passionate about it. I feel like it's something that really lights you up, something that you put a lot of energy into, a lot of effort into, and it shows. I feel like, you know, others can see that you're very passionate about what you're doing. And again, we have fire here. So I feel like, you know, this reminds me of food being cooked over a fire. So like I said, for some of you, you may be a chef, you may be, you know, or work in a restaurant, or deal with fire in some aspect of your career. So really, really interesting. You also have this card here. It says you're going in the right direction. Yeah, so the Fae want you to know, pile 2, that whatever this is that you're doing, it's something that you're meant to do. You're moving in the direction that you're supposed to be moving in. I feel like Spirit is really behind you on this career. I feel like this is part of your divine life plan. And I feel like you're moving towards your goals here. You're really moving in the right direction. And I feel like there's a spiritual purpose behind whatever this is you're doing. I feel like it's divinely guided. And the reason I say that is because we have this crystal here. So it's almost like spirit is guiding this purpose and really wanting you to achieve whatever this goal is, whether that's motherhood or fatherhood, or whether that's being this chef or restaurant owner, or even just owning your own business. Spirit is really behind you and is really guiding you on that. So beautiful energy. So you also have this card here, and it says, what you seek is seeking you. Yeah, so the Fae want you to know, pile 2, that whatever your dream is here, whatever you want to achieve, whatever your life purpose is, that purpose is seeking you as well. Like I said before, spirit is really behind you on this career, on this purpose. And spirit wants you to pursue it, because you're very passionate about it. You have a lot of fire energy here, a lot of action-oriented energy and passion. And I feel like, whatever this is that you're seeking to do, there's an alignment here because you want to do it, and that purpose is waiting for you to find it. So it's almost like this divine alignment that's going on here. And I feel like, there's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of inspiration in whatever this purpose is. So really beautiful. So finally, you have this Mao Shan card, and it says, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Interesting. Because, yeah, like I said before, I feel like for many of you, your life purpose involves giving to others here. And we sort of touched on it before, but, for some of you, I feel like this purpose involves food in some way, because again, we have this apple here. So I feel like, for some of you, you're providing food to others, whether that be, you're cooking meals as a chef, or you're owning this restaurant and you're providing meals, or maybe you're just a mother and you're feeding your children, or a father, but you're providing abundance to others in some way. And I feel like part of your purpose is being this Princess of Mercy, where you're very merciful, you're very giving to other people, and you feel very gratified when you do that, because, as this card says, it says giving is receiving. So it's almost like when you give to others, you feel very good about it. You feel good about yourself, and you almost feel like you're receiving a gift when you give to others. So I feel like there's this really beautiful energy here of giving and receiving in whatever it is that you're involved with here, pile 2. So really beautiful energy. So let's take a look at your tarot now to see if we can get some more information here. So you have the Ace of Wands, and it says one source. And the Ace of Wands is the Ace of Pentacles. And it's interesting because we have this one source here. And again, I feel like you guys are like the source of people's abundance here, the source of maybe food for them. And I feel like you're almost this waterfall, providing sustenance, providing food to others here. So, I feel like for some of you, again, this is your purpose involves some sort of food in some way, or, providing for other people. Maybe you're a caregiver and you're providing care, or hospice services, or, medical care to others. It could even resonate that way. or you could be providing food to others. You could just be a parent, providing food or shelter to your children. Things like that is sort of the energy I'm getting here. And I feel like this purpose is something, like I said before, that you're passionate about. And I feel like it's profitable for you. It's something that brings satisfaction and brings abundance and is very fruitful for you. So really interesting. So you also have the Two of Waves with surging power. And the Two of Waves is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is all about passion and inspiration and power. So I feel like you guys are like this wave here. I feel like you are just this powerful presence. And I feel like whatever this is that you're doing, you're very passionate about it. And you're very powerful in this position. And I feel like people see you as this roaring wave that just rolls in and sort of changes the environment, changes the industry. So I really see you having this surging power, like this card says. And, for some of you, this may resonate as, maybe you changed your industry in some way. Maybe you started this new restaurant that, people have never heard of before, combining different types of foods or doing things in a different way, a revolutionary way. It's gonna resonate differently for everybody here, but I definitely see you being very powerful and very passionate in whatever this purpose is. So beautiful. You also have the Devil card here with the Drought. So the Devil card can also represent passion, and it can represent almost obsession with something. So for some of you, I feel like whatever this purpose is, you're just very, very almost obsessed with it, very passionate about it. And, you may spend long hours doing it. You may work really hard at it. And sometimes I feel like it sort of drains you. It sort of tires you out. If you're a parent or a mother or father, this could resonate as, maybe you're constantly giving and giving and giving to your family, and you feel sort of worn out, sort of drained. Like this card says, the drought, there's a lot of barrenness here, a lot of dryness. So maybe you feel like you're constantly giving and you have nothing left to give to yourself. Or maybe this resonates as, you working as a chef in a restaurant, and you're constantly working, constantly, providing to others, and you don't have time to provide for yourself. Or maybe you own your own business and you're putting all your time into the business. So, there's this idea here of being very passionate and obsessed with something, but almost to the point where you feel drained by it. You feel depleted by it. So really interesting energy there. So finally, you have the Queen of Clouds, which is the Queen of Cups with compassion. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, because we saw before how in this life purpose, you're constantly giving to others, you're providing for others. And so I feel like you have a lot of compassion, pile 2, for other people here. And I feel like you're very loving, you're very emotional, you're very compassionate. And, whatever this is that you're doing, there's this sense of giving here, and this sense of compassion, this sense of mercy. So, like I said, I'm not surprised that some of you feel sort of drained by it or tired out by it. So really interesting. And, again, there's this idea of motherhood here. So for some of you out there, I feel like your life purpose involves motherhood, or, maybe just being a caretaker in some way. So really interesting. So I'm just going to roll this rune dice here to get some final information. So you have this rune here, and I'm going to read that for you. So that is the Hagalaz rune, and it says controlled crisis leading to completion, inner harmony. Interesting. Yeah, so I feel like for a lot of you, you're so passionate about whatever this is that you're doing, whether that's motherhood or fatherhood, or whether that's, cooking or owning a restaurant, or, providing care services, whatever it is. I feel like you're so passionate about it that at times it depletes you. And that's sort of the controlled crisis that we're talking about here. But we're also talking about inner harmony. So I feel like even though this purpose is difficult for you, I feel like it brings harmony to you. And it's interesting because we had that before with this giving is receiving. I feel like whatever you're giving out, you're also getting back in return. And, even though you're giving, I feel like you almost feel like you're receiving when you're giving. So there's this inner harmony that results from you constantly giving out your energy, giving out your resources. And, it's sort of like this rune says, controlled crisis leads to inner harmony. It's a really interesting concept here, pile 2. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So you guys chose the black obsidian crystal. Let's start by looking at your oracle here. So you received spiritual teacher, and it says you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Beautiful. So the fair coming in with this message today, pile 3, that for some of you or many of you, your life purpose involves being this spiritual teacher or spiritual guide for others. And this can resonate in many different ways. For some of you, you may be an actual priest or a leader of a church or a temple, a rabbi, something of that sort. Or for some of you, you could be a counselor, a psychiatrist, you could be a tarot reader, a psychic. It's going to resonate differently here for everybody. But I definitely feel like you guys are, part of your life purpose involves helping others, teaching others, and healing others. So, you could even be a public speaker and, be working with others to help their, help their growth. And, just healing is really coming through in this card. So very interesting energy here. So you also have this stand still card here. Yeah, so with this energy here, I feel like part of your life purpose, pile 3, involves helping people heal and helping people come into balance, come into this place where they feel good about themselves. They feel almost like they can, stop in this card, like in this standstill, excuse me. like they can heal, maybe from their past, maybe from their wounds, um, and where they can just take a pause and just maybe work on themselves and work on their spirit, work on their soul. So it's almost like you're helping people come to this place of peace, this place of standstill here. And you're healing their souls, I feel like, in some way. You're really helping them come to this place of peace and standstill here. So, it also could be that you're helping them reflect, with this bird staring into this water here, and there's sort of this mirror reflection coming back. I feel like you really help people reflect on maybe on their lives, maybe on parts of their shadow, their shadow self. That's why I feel like for some of you, you may be counselors, you may be psychiatrists, you may be tarot readers, but you're helping people reflect, I feel like, on themselves. So really beautiful. So you also have this DNA karma card here. Really interesting, because I feel like for a lot of you out there, this spiritual work that you're doing or that you're meant to do is part of your DNA. It's part of what you're made to do, what you were put here to do. And it comes so naturally to you because it's part of your DNA. It's part of who you are. It's part of why you came here. And, it's part of your karma. So, it's something that you are guided to do because you're made for it. You're meant to do it. And, for some of you, I also get this idea of the medical industry here because we have the caduceus symbol and we also have DNA. So for some of you, you're actually a medical doctor or you're some sort of, medical practitioner. That's just going to resonate for a few people here. But I also get this idea of, the medical field here with this card. So, you could even be like a geneticist with this card, or maybe you're just a science teacher. It's going to resonate differently, but very interesting energy. So you also received this no need to worry card here. So I feel like this card has two meanings. I feel like for a lot of you, you're really providing solace to a lot of people. You're providing peace and reflection, and you're providing this safe space for people to express themselves in and heal and work on themselves. So there's this idea of you sort of helping people not to worry. This no need to worry is like, I feel like part of your life purpose is helping people not to worry about whatever it is they're worrying about. And then I also feel like this is a message from the Fae and from Spirit here, that whatever this is you're doing, there's no need to worry that you're on the right path, because I feel like Spirit is saying here, you are on the right path, and there's no need for you to worry because this is part of your DNA. This is part of your karma. This is part of why you're here, is to do this spiritual work or this spiritual healing. So really, really twofold message there. So you also have this card here and it says, let your light shine. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me because I feel like for many of you, you are this light to other people here. You are helping people find their inner light and you're helping people shine their light. You're healing people. You're working to help people find peace within themselves. So you're like this light here. And, I feel like a lot of you are light workers, so maybe you're psychics, maybe you're tarot readers, maybe you're spiritual gurus, however it resonates. But I feel like you are the source of light for people. And I feel like that light is very healing to others. And like this card says, I also feel like you're encouraging others to let their light shine, to really express themselves and heal themselves, and come to this place of peace and surrender here. So really beautiful. Sorry about that, pile 3. My dog was barking there. So you also have this card here, Saraswati, and it says the goddess of self-knowledge. And it says the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Yeah, so like I said before, pile 3, I feel like you guys are very knowledgeable as teachers. And I feel like this comes from this self-knowledge that you have within you about yourself, about your own nature, about and I feel like it's something that allows you to help others because you have this deep self-knowledge, this knowledge of human nature, and this knowledge of how to find stability, how to find peace, that allows you to help others to find that peace, to find that stability within them. So I really feel like this is, something that you give to others, because on this card we see this woman giving this beautiful flower that's all lit up to others here. And I feel like that's you, offering this knowledge to people and, helping other people reflect and grow and heal. So really beautiful, pile 3. So let's take a look at your tarot now to see if we can get some more information here. So you have the King of Cups card here. And the King of Cups is someone that is very powerful and very, very respected, but also someone who's very compassionate and very giving. And I feel like that sort of sums you guys up here. I feel like you're very good and very respected in your field, but I also feel like your purpose involves being compassionate with others, really giving your time and giving your energy to help others in their growth, in their paths. And I feel like you're sort of this big jellyfish here, and there's all these little jellyfish around you. And I feel like they admire you and they come to you for your advice, for your opinions and your help. So I really see others just admiring you and respecting you and really coming to you for this help or advice here. So really beautiful. So you also have the 9 of Wands card here. So I feel like people come to you when they're feeling afraid or they're feeling sort of unsure about themselves or about a situation that they're in. I get this idea of someone feeling very defensive and feeling sort of unsure about themselves. So I feel like that's part of your life purpose here, is helping people through different situations in their lives, helping them deal with things, whether it's their emotions or different events that happen to them. You're really helping others find their power and find their inner strength. And that's why, like I said, for some of you, you may be priests, you may be counselors, you may be tarot readers, but I get this idea that you're really guiding people here. You're helping them deal with whatever they're dealing with in their lives. So really beautiful. You also have the 6 of Pentacles here. So there's this idea of balance here with this scale being here. So again, I feel like you guys are helping people find balance in their lives, finding this sense of peace and standstill, this sense of security in whatever they're dealing with. And, you know, I also feel like this purpose or this profession also brings you balance. I feel like it's something that really balances out your energies, and you sort of feel like there's this give and take with the universe here. I feel like whenever you give to others and give of your time, you also receive a lot back from the universe, and you know, you feel very in balance with whatever this is that you're doing. So really beautiful. So you also have the 10 of Pentacles here. Beautiful energy. Yeah, so I feel like whatever this is that you're doing, pile 3, you're providing abundance to other people. You're providing that sense of safety, that sense of stability. And I also feel like you're receiving, like I said before, in return. I feel like this profession or whatever it is you're doing provides you with a lot of abundance, you know, whether that's financial security, whether that's emotional security, however it resonates here. There's just this overflowing sense of abundance here in whatever it is that you're doing. And it's interesting with these pearls because I feel like you guys offer like these pearls of wisdom to other people. I feel like you have so much inner wisdom, inner knowledge, pile 3, and people really come to you for that knowledge, for that wisdom. And you have all of these little pearls in your pocket, and you're constantly just giving these pearls of wisdom out to other people. So really beautiful energy, pile 3. So I'm just going to get one final message here from this rune here for you. So you received this rune here, and I'm going to read that to you. So that rune is the Laguz rune, and it says renewal, healing, imagination, and psychic matters. Wow, that's amazing because we've just been talking about healing here and about psychic work. So it's really fitting that you receive this rune, pile 3, because I feel like that's part of your life purpose here is healing and renewal and excuse me, and working with others. Excuse me, pile 3. So yeah, really, really beautiful energy, pile 3. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow, and I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Thanks so much for being here today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.